was recently given a brand loyalty research assignment. For this assignment, I was supposed to look at how different popular brands connect emotionally with their different audiences. I was supposed to provide examples and go through their different websites and see what was the main attraction. Here's my original version of the assignment. I went through and looked at different websites, and I looked at reviews, and I looked at the company's social media pages to try to figure out more about how these companies got an emotional response. One of the hardest parts was that I was given companies to look at that I did not know much about. Because of this, I wasn't sure if the websites I was looking at were correct or if they were credible, and I didn't know exactly where to look. Another problem was I wasn't given a deadline for this project. So I worked really hard for one shift, which was about 3.5 hours, on this assignment and assumed I had to turn it in at the end of that shift. This was wrong, and I had a lot more time to work on it, so I didn't do as good of a job as I could have because I was pressured for time. I also didn't look deeply into all of the companies because it was hard to cover 4 companies worth of research, or more than that, in that short amount of time. Another problem was I wasn't told a format to use. This made it difficult because I wasn't sure exactly what they wanted me to include in the report and how detailed they wanted me to be, so I chose to format it kind of like a memo, kind of more like brief summaries of each section. The information I did get from my supervisor was that the report should be informal, short, and easy to read, also that I was specifically supposed to look for the emotional response from the audiences with these brands, and also that this assignment technically came from a woman named Nicole. I expected a lot of feedback, and that's what I got. I sent the report to my supervisor, and she forwarded it to Nicole, the woman who had the original assignment. Nicole told me that she wanted to add in some screenshots of the items that I was talking about and include other photos and such. She also told me that she would like me to dig a little further into some of these brands. She also said that I could look at other brands that weren't necessarily listed in the report. This was very helpful, so I could go and to look at other brands that I myself knew more about, which you can see in my further report that I will show are different than the ones in the original one. She also told me a little bit about one of the brands, about some of the things that they did that I wasn't aware of, and so I obviously did not look hard enough into that one brand, but I didn't know where to find this information. I got all of this feedback in an email, which was forwarded to me from my supervisor, Ellen, from Nicole. Getting the feedback, I was able to see what was wrong, and I was able to better understand what the assignment was. Because of what she told me specifically, I was able to more get what I was actually supposed to do. Because I was given so little detail in the beginning of the assignment, I was very unsure about how to proceed with it. After giving them my first draft and receiving feedback, I was able to proceed with a better idea of what to do. As a result of the feedback, I edited the report. I added a lot of photos and screenshots. I also added in and took out certain brands so I could include brands that I knew more about and personally had an emotional connection to. This made the report a lot easier and I think a lot better because I was able to say emotional responses that I myself had because I knew firsthand what they were. What I've learned from this feedback is that I should always ask questions if I'm unsure about what I need to do. I should have asked about format and deadline, and if I was confused, I should have asked more about what the report directly should have been about. If I had done this, I would have saved my time, Nicole's time, and Ellen's time.